Alright guys, so heading up to Orlando, leaving work. Let me introduce you to the new tow rig. Picked this up yesterday actually. Ram 1500 with the e-torque. Freaking awesome. With the 12-inch screen, which is absolutely incredible. You know, it's nice upgrade from the previous Ram. And this is what happens when you're in a rush. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna remove the front bumper, and then find a way to mount it somehow on the side here, because these tabs broke. And the other side, the chunk is just gone. Okay? So I'm gonna have to do that rubber band thing that I hate, that everybody does. So yeah, let's take this bumper off, throw it in the bed, and we're on our way to Orlando. Whew. And just like that, we're good to go. Spare set of wheels, 2 5-gallon jugs for gas. They're empty right now. Obviously a jack stands, tools. Whew. We're ready to roll. Let's hit the road. Alright guys, so we're here at the event, getting everything squared away. Really nice people, made some new friends, helped me unload the car that me and MR.TwoSix had such a difficulty loading up. So big thanks to them. So you're gonna get no more video, no more me talking until the end of the day, because I'm gonna go have fun. I'm gonna have the GoPro in the car, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Peace.
What? Why?
I've only done clutch kicks on U-turns, but not maintain anything or...
No, that's what you're here for. It's practice, right?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go, rock and roll. Is your handbrake up? Like it locks up like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Alright, so never done donuts or anything?
No.
Alright, so the easiest way to really practice a donut is go up to the cone, right? If you want to practice a donut, put the cone like right here or about where Steve's at right here, right? Do a little bit of steering input, just a tiny bit like that, right?
Right.
Just enough. First gear, bring the revs up, clutch kick, right? The rear end will start to break free and come around. You're gonna let the steering wheel start to rotate out through your hand, right? And then it's just a matter of throttle manipulation and steering input.
Okay.
You're just gonna walk the car around it, right?
Okay.
Once you get that, you can practice doing little narrow, right? So that means like little seesaws, little bit of throttle to stay real tight, or big, hey, big throttle, big steering inputs, and then put the cone on that door and try it that way.
Okay.
Once you get those two done, I mean, the rest is just initiating.
And when you're letting the wheel counter steer through your hands, it's not good. I want you to like let it glide through your hands, like.
Right, just not let it go.
Don't go like that. Just let it glide through your hands. Like release your grip and let it drag on your fingers a little bit.
Right.
Obviously, don't get your fingers stuck in it, but like let it drag. So if you need like, that's good habit to practice instead of see some English.
Thank you.
Yeah, once you get a donut down on this side, a donut down on that side, then as you come out of the donut, just link it to the next cone. And just do figure eights back and forth. Once you feel good with figure eights, then we'll work on initiation. That's where you actually initiate into the drift.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Cool.
Thank you.
It's not difficult, you got it.
Just practice.
We're trying to watch everybody go one round, just to see where they lay. Because some of the guys are already kicking them off to other tracks and stuff. We're just keeping this one for beginners, so we'll just watch it the first time and then we'll hop in with you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Stay throttle, 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 throttle. Stay good. That's gonna you. Wait for it.
technique, but that'll help you. If nothing else, even if you spin out, it teaches you how to carry the drift to where you should be transitioning,
Right.
and then you can start learning the other side.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Looked like you had it pretty easy.
Yeah. What's weird, and I don't know if you've noticed, but turning right, I don't feel like I'm drifting. It feels weird.
Because that's why I said, remember, you do driver's side, because that's comfortable, then do the passenger side.
Yeah.
Because the passenger side for everybody is always uncomfortable.
Awkward. Yeah.
That's why I practice some cones over there. Like go out and do your donuts on the passenger side. Practice tight donuts, practice wide donuts, and that's how you're building that confidence.
Right.
And then go do the figure eights.
Okay.
So you look like you were doing the figure eights pretty good, but it looked like you would get through the figure eight and then you come and you'd be like, oh crap, how do I get back and drift?
Yeah.
So if you get to that point, you're like coming around this cone and then you're like getting to this cone, you're like, how do I get back and drift? You can clutch kick, you can do a little handbrake, because you're just trying to shock the rear end to keep it out.
Right.
And then back on throttle.
Okay.
Yep. So just practice some cones on the passenger door and then just try the big figure eights.
Okay.
Good.
I just have to keep doing that side.
Seat time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting comfortable with it.
Just feels awkward.
Yeah. Oh, it will.
Yeah.
It will. Keep practicing. It looks good.
Thank you.
of differential do you have?
It should be a Torsen. I confirmed with Mazda.
Okay. So you're getting to that point like you're doing the figure eights, and then you get back to it and you're like, crap, how do I reinitiate it? Have you tried using the handbrake at all?
Yeah, I am.
Does the handbrake work?
It works quite a little bit.
Like it'll lock up the wheels if you pull it up.
Probably
Here's
not that much. Probably.
Here's what you can do to practice if you want to practice doing handbrakes. And this is what I did when I was first starting. So you have your cone out there, right?
Yeah.
So first gear, just drive, just go get up to about 20 miles per hour, and then practice steering in, put in the clutch, and hold the handbrake, and just try to come right up next to the cone.
Okay.
So as if you were going to go around the cone, practice doing the handbrake as if you're going to go around the cone, and then just come to a stop.
Okay.
Because that'll get you comfortable with how much the handbrake will grab. So you can do that. Just kind of go back and forth and just handbrake, drive, handbrake,
Right.
drive, handbrake, and then you'll get comfortable. And then you can do it the other side.
And then if it doesn't work,
if it doesn't work,
Clutch kick.
then when you're reinitiating around, you either need to carry more speed to transition the weight of the car or clutch kick.
okay. Okay.
Yep.
Am I going too shallow? Is that what it is? Because my e-brake's not really working.
Yeah.
Like I pull in and it's not doing anything.
Yeah, so I think what's happening is you want to carry the... It's hard to explain, but I think what you want to do is carry the first half of the figure eight further. Like, so your cone's here.
Okay.
So carry, and then don't let the car snap as hard. It's going to be a slower transition, but later.
Right.
And that'll set you up so you're not... It seems like too long. And then you just do a slow transition, and then you're around the second point.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No, it does. Yeah, because when I go to come around the second cone, it snaps.
Right. So what that means to me is you're probably trying to transition too early, so you're like driving straight for some amount of time and then sort of snapping.
Right. Okay.
So it's like keep it in drift and in power longer, slow, later. That makes sense. It's just it's a feel thing. You just gotta learn it.
Right. No, I'm just clutch kicking. That's it.
So when we're hearing a weird noise when that's happening, are you hearing that inside too?
Like a rubbing noise.
Yeah.
I think it's probably one of the fronts.
I think what you want to do is you're ending up shallow, like you said. Carry that line out this way. Staring at the cone, where are your eyes at? Can't really, you know what I
can't tell. I can't tell you.
Right?
I can't tell you.
So the number one rule is wherever your eyes are at, that is 110% where your car is going to go, without fail, whether you realize it or not. Because hand-eye coordination just does that. So when you're out here trying to do your figure eights and transitions, don't focus on the cone that you're about to spin around, because you're going to go right into that cone.
Right.
Envision where you want to put your car. So look 50 feet ahead to the right of the cone and visualize the line that you want to take around that cone and keep your eyes fixed on it. Don't look at anything else. Try doing that a few times. Instead, don't look at the cone. Don't ever stare directly at the cone. Just stare where you want to put your car in your mind, wherever you envision where you want to put the car. Just keep your eyes locked there, and I think you'll find that you'll start to widen things out,
Okay.
and you won't be fucking with the cones as much. I think. Try that.
Okay. right now.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, brother.
Alright guys, so that was it. That was the learner's day. A lot of fun, met new friends, which helped me unload and load the Miata off the trailer, which was interesting to say the least. And you know, the instructors were super helpful. and towards like the end of the day, I was getting it down packed. There was just I just started getting nauseous again, and in this video you could see I ended up throwing up. I don't know if you could see it. It should be in there. Let me see if MR.TwoSix leaves it in there. I ended up throwing up because I just get nauseous, and this is something that that happens when I autocross too. And I don't have a motion sickness thing. I can go on boats, on fishing boats perfectly fine, on cruises perfectly fine, on airplanes perfectly fine, roller coasters without having to take any kind of medication or any, get drunk. And so it's just something that I've dealt with when I go autocrossing also. I think it could be the heat. I think it could be, I don't know, my sugar intake. Because it's the same thing every time, whether I go autocrossing or today. I had no sugar during the day, the entire time. I'm just drinking water, eat little something, water, and then I get like that. Maybe my body's so used to the sugar, it needs at least a little bit. Because I know if you give your body sugar while you're doing strenuous activity, it would basically give you the same feeling. You start to get nauseous because your sugar level spikes. So I know it's that. So it's just finding that balance. Maybe it's just eating more and not going on an empty stomach. I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys know what it is. My helmet feels tight, so sometimes I feel like really constrained around my face. And it's the same helmet I've used for autocrossing. I just don't know what it is. So I threw up that first time, took a 20-minute break, came back, did another 2 hours straight without any issue, and then towards the end of those 2 hours I started getting the feeling again. So then that's when I just shut it down. It was towards the end of the learner's day anyways, and that was pretty much it. But a lot of this couldn't have happened without MR.TwoSix, and Speedy. They're helping, doing everything to the car, going crazy, helping me, the new friends I met at the learner's day, and then also the instructors just helping, giving guidance, and the car held up. My biggest fear was something was gonna happen, it was gonna get too hot, and the car held up. That temperature gauge did not go past half on the gauge. It didn't go past half, so I know the radiator and the coolant reroute did what it had to do. From a power standpoint, for the Miata, I think it was enough. With no angle kit on the car or power adders or anything like that, for what I was doing, I think it was enough. The diff, I don't know what the hell. It's supposed to have a torsion. And going left, doing the donuts left and initiating the figure eight going left was easy. Going right was hard. And it didn't feel like the car was drifting. So I would have to clutch kick like 3 or 4 times, and then the back end would step out, turning right. I've already reached out to a couple people to get a welded diff. Plus I have everything else going in that car. I have the entire front end from Destroy or Die sitting at home. I have the Mega Squirt sitting at home. Seats and harnesses sitting at home. What else do I have? I think that's it. Plus getting the tune, coilover plugs. And that's pretty much, that's it. And then just going out and having fun. The only thing I will say that I noticed when I popped the hood is that I think it's the power steering reservoir. It got worked. It was definitely wet on the top. It wasn't dripping, but it was wet, and it wasn't like that before. So that power steering was working. That pump was working. So, but all in all, it was a great day. Again, I just want to say thank you to everybody who brought me up to this point. Next time, I hope the girls will be there so they can help and enjoy it as well. And I definitely want to get to another Learner's Day. because I definitely need to hone a lot of things. Oh, and my e-brake wasn't working, so it's good enough to park, but it doesn't lock up the rear wheel, so I have to adjust that again, and hopefully I can at least initiate with the e-brake. And that's pretty much it. All in all, good day. The tires held up. I didn't have to swap them, even though I have another set of wheels and tires. What else? Oh, it was hot. One time I got into the truck to turn on the AC, and the temperature readout in the truck was 106 degrees. So it was pretty hot outside. But again, great day. Learned a lot about myself, and about the car. And I have nothing else to say about the Learner's Day other than that it was a great event. They had a night portion, which at that point I was like, you know what, this is just for me. I'm just gonna watch and relax, and that's all I did. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, peace.